from the 36 now. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by B.O.M.B.S, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, B.O.M.B.S to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they fail. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And according to our friends with Next Gen Stats, that sack occurred in a mere 2.1 seconds. Good luck trying to avoid that.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
After the penalty, it's Mixon.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
One more, ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball off his hands a lot quicker.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Here's Drew Chrisman now.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Allen now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Finding space at the 40. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, 81 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Just take it in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. He will have the conversion and more than that. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And this one too low.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They run again on first down. Cook, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out. And the Bengals take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The slot man in motion right. On 1st down, Allen dancing to his left. And this is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Hines.
62 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run the counter. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
An extra point by B.O.M.B.S, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, B.O.M.B.S to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd down, Mixon. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run with Mixon. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Regular.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he takes it in across the track for a Bills touchdown. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Allen. Buying time to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hines. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a back. Finna guaranteed, move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go.
Second and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And some room to work. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield.
And some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bills 0. Jason Sanders, the keeper of Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
And Davis with it left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As the game 56 brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play, won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
That's quickly out wide to Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Christian Wilkins on the stop. Brought down at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal?
Hines will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
On the ready.
Second down at 7.
Blasted. Blue striker.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a big conversion there on third down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On play action, here's Tua. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Tua now on first down. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, right? 6, level.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On second down, Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, get us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run again with Hines. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Hines. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. They run with Hines. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Allen going to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll run forward with Hines, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
22 middle. Red, yellow.
On second down and 4. Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This is Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Alert!
Singletary to get the drive started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. One final try here for Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Oh, there's There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now Allen again. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 5.
The left side caught by Diggs. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Singletary again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by B.O.M.B.S, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, B.O.M.B.S to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now it's Hines. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by B.O.M.B.S is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all time. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Jason Sanders is the kicker on forward.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The National Football League has come to Germany. We are underway from Munich. Naheem Hines now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They run the counter with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo and their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Well, now how about this return? They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Takes it to about the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right, 97. Roster, 6. Check you. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
First down. It's Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 44 yards. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, B.O.M.B.S to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Clean striker. Green jack.
Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll look to run with Singletary. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You are the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't never get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, that mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA.